of people dream about getting into real estate as a career, and I know from experience that it's a lot more than visiting and showing beautiful homes. It's a business with many, many details and legalities. Today I invited two realtors, Amy Berra and Angie Denson, to join us to tell us about their paths to real estate as a career. Welcome, Amy and Angie. So glad you could both be here today. So you all each of you got into real estate after having worked in other industries. And I'm curious as to what that path was and what the similarities are. So Amy, why don't we start with you? What led you into real estate?
Well, I'd always been in the building arena, handling building materials. And my husband and I, we have flipped some houses. And people always said to me, Amy, have you thought about real estate? And, and I had, but it was a timing deal where I was in between careers, and it's like, well, what's next? And I was like, I'm going to get my real estate license. And so here I am today.
So how long ago was that?
That was 3.5 years ago.
Okay. And how do you like it?
I love it, but I will tell you, it is a lot more work than I thought it was.
Okay, what did you think it was? When you thought about it?
Well, of course, I thought you get to go see all these beautiful homes, and I thought that was, pretty much your job, or taking, buyers, taking them to homes and helping them buy a house. Not thinking at all about the back end of this business.
And that's a small part of it, because then there's the whole transaction of once they pick a home, all of the contract work that has to happen, plus everything that you have to do to build your business as well.
Right. Mm-hmm. And the other thing too is it is not 9 to 5.
That is true.
It is, so that was, that took some getting used to.
So you have to be ready to work sometimes 7 days a week, long hours, that kind of thing. Angie, what about you? What was your experience getting in? And I can tell you're agreeing with many of the things Amy's talking about. So how did you get into real estate?
So my parents actually used to flip houses when I was younger, and I used to watch them doing it. But oddly enough, I never considered real estate until someone who was an investor who also renovated homes and sold them invited me to come help build her business. And she kept pushing for me to get my license as a real estate agent. And I kept saying, no, I don't want to do this.
So you were working more on the marketing side of someone else's real estate business.
Yes.
Okay.
But she just kept inviting me to experience more and more of the process and taught me more and more about it. I got very excited. And all of a sudden I realized, wait, I used to watch my parents do this. This is exciting. And I got the bug, and it was 100% from there on.
And your background prior to real estate, your professional background, what industry were you in?
Marketing and business development.
Okay, and you were in sales. So both of you had jobs that maybe were more 9 to 5 at some point.
Yes.
And but there has to be a little bit of an entrepreneurial spirit in each of you, because to be a real estate agent, you're managing your own business. And so you have to have some business acumen to do that. Would you agree?
Agreed.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you have to, you're building a business beyond a business, and everything, there's accounting and taxes and things that are very different when you're an entrepreneur that I'm not sure I computed on that I would be responsible for all that, but I did find the things that I'm not good at, and I'm hiring out those pieces.
Yeah, and you figure it out, right? You figure it out, but it's not for everyone. No. And it's not it's a fun industry, but it's a lot of work as well. And there's things that people don't think about, like you all just mentioned. So if you were going to give advice to somebody about whether or not it might be a good career choice for them, what are some of the things that you would suggest, Angie?
Well, I think if you're a good listener, I think that's really important, because you're dealing with clients day in and day out, and you have to, sometimes you're yelled at for no reason other than they're having an emotional day, and just, having tough skin is really important. And if you're okay with just being there, helping people and being on their emotional journey with them, and that's something that you feel comfortable with, then the excitement of it all and helping people's dreams come true is really it's a beautiful thing to witness.
So I love that one of the first thing you said is you have to be a good listener. So if you and not everyone is. It's not everybody's cup of tea to be
Right.
that counselor to others,
Yeah.
right? Through
Right.
their emotional journey, as you
Yes.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amy, what else do you have to add to that?
I also think that people go to a CPA for their finances and they go to a financial planner. Being a real estate agent, I know that it's very important that I'm educated on what is going on in the real estate market, what's going on in the economy, because people are looking at us, as the expert.
Right.
And I want to be sure that I'm able to give them the information that they need.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Staying on top of the market and the trends is so
So
important.
somebody who likes to learn,
Yes.
and likes to keep learning
Yes.
because things change in
Right. And
like
it
any
is-
industry.
it is a very emotional purchase. I mean, it's one of their largest purchases that someone will make, and so it's just trying to be that voice of reason when the emotions get kind of high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angie, how did you get your real estate license? What method did you use? I know you can go in person to classes, you can do it online. What did you do?
I did it online, and I went through a website, and I was doing that on the side of working full time. I would do it a little differently. I'd probably go into a classroom setting at this point, just because then you're not doing it late at night and falling asleep. That was my journey.
feel
It took
like you
me a
get
lot longer.
A better student go into the classroom. So thank you both for being here today. Appreciate hearing about your careers. I'm sure everybody does as well. So thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.
A huge thank you to Amy and Angie for sharing their career tips with us today. Keep coming back to real life for more great advice and fun adventures in the world of real estate.